Hey there, this is the Kershaw Shuffle. It's somewhat of a budget knife made of Chinese 8CR13 MOV steel, made with sort of a mild sort of multi-tool function in mind as well. So what do you get? You get a 2-inch cutting edge there, an integrated choil that's part blade, part handle, and then you get a sort of a 2 or a 3 finger grip handle there as well. You get a bottle opener which is fit into the back of the handle there, and then you get this sort of flat screwdriver type pry bar area here as well, which actually has a fair bit of stock behind it to support it. So it should be a fairly stout one. There's some good design in this knife. The decision to move a choil right up to the front there enables you to get pretty much a 4-finger grip on there. The blade is sharp right up to the edge of that though, so you need to be a bit careful when you assume this grip, because if you do sort of squeeze a little bit extra hard, you'll find that the blade, just the way the blade starts to become sharp, will put a little triangle on your finger wherever you grip. So of course if your hand was to slide up any further, you'd probably give yourself a bit of a nasty cut. But that's the risk you run with any choil. The handles are just a nondescript plastic type material. They've got a bit of flex in them as well, so it's not super hard grivery or anything like that, like you'd find on a cold steel knife. The handle is emblazoned with the Kershaw K. This lime green handle's sort of fairly, it's actually subdued green, it's actually almost a pea green, a little bit on the pastel or darker, not so neon side. I thought it was going to be quite a bright green, but it's actually not so much. The black wash, like most of Kershaw's budget knives, is in full force. Has a deep carry pocket clip, which does carry rather well in the pocket. I'll just run in some footage of me putting it into my pocket and see how it goes. Of course, any deep carry covertness is quite soon undone by this flat driver here as well. So it's sort of a well thought out knife, I guess. They've thought of a way to get the features into the knife. However, in practice I find it's a little bit of an uncomfortable one to use. Just little things like when you give it a squeeze, you'll find that the bottle opener does sort of tend to pinch up into your palm there. When you're opening and closing the knife, I always find that I'll hold the knife like this, and this bottle opener will actually hook right into the fat of my hand. And so you sort of, when you do that, for this whole motion, it's actually digging in quite a bit, so you might have to readjust how you open a knife to, I don't know, you might have to just start holding it like that and opening it, but you know, if you want to use that thumb stud deployment, which is a little bit stiff, it's going to dig into you a little tiny bit. What else? Dual thumb studs, sort of some fat jimping that's more for design really than anything else. The handle here, the tang, I guess, or whatever it is, for this pry bar, you could fit a lanyard through there if you were keen. If you wanted to sort of drop the clip perhaps and just use it as a pocket knife, which wouldn't be too bad really. It's quite thick, but it's certainly quite light, and feels very stout though. It certainly does feel stout, but yes, it would certainly do well just at the bottom of a pocket as well. Very, very small knife. Let's look at it compared to sort of a proper knife or a big knife. This is American Lawman. You see the whole Kershaw, the whole thing fits about into the blade of the American Lawman there. So it's a fairly little knife. Just yeah, types of knives you can get, I suppose. I prefer something a little bit chunkier. This is quite a large knife. I usually favour the 3-inch blade type knives. This is actually the blade's not huge, it's just this one has a nice big handle, which I like as well. American Lawman, that's probably my favourite folding knife. It's Kershaw Shuffle I got for a present for my father-in-law. He's had a need for a new knife, and I just saw it on Aussie Knives and I thought, well, I don't think he's that super keen on having an amazing knife, and he may well lose it or something like that, so I thought if I get him a green one, he'll probably see it well, and if he does lose it, it was only about $40, so there you go. So what do you reckon, Kershaw Shuffle? It's a, yeah, not a bad buy. Not a bad buy at all. The liner lock seems to work okay. I've seen some other ones where the spring comes way too far across the tang, but this one seems just right. Overall, very, very simple operating, and yeah, a fairly clever little knife that will definitely open bottles, and you can probably get some work done with that screwdriver as well. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.